A twisted pedophile who sexually abused a 9-year-old boy when he was a teenager, leaving him with lifelong damage, has finally been jailed some 35 years later. Andre Morton, now 49, groomed the young boy from the age of 5, before beginning to sexually abuse him years later. Morton, of Beckhill Walk, Meanwood in Leeds, was found guilty by a jury in February this year of 6 counts of indecent assault of a child and 2 counts of indecency with a child. Camille Moreland, prosecuting, told Bradford Crown Court on Tuesday that Morton began abusing the boy in the 1980s. The abuse spanned a period of 2 years. When the boy was between the ages of 9 and 11, and Morton himself was 14 or 15, Leeds Live reports. She said, the victim, was to say there was sexualized behavior, and grooming behavior that took place before the defendant was 14. It is right to say that behavior began when he was around the age of 5, and the defendant was around the age of 11. He was frightened of him. How are things moving where you are? Check the latest within your area. Ms. Moreland said the abuse then turned sexual, and on one occasion Morton was almost caught out by a young girl as he stroked himself against the boy. She said, the girl, asked what was happening, and the defendant said they were getting changed. The prosecutor added that some of the counts Morton was found guilty of related to multiple incidents, of which there were at least 2. She added, the complainant didn't tell his family, but a disclosure was made to his best friend at the time when they were 14. There was a period of time when nothing was said, but on various occasions from 2016 onwards the complainant would be distressed and say he had been abused. Ms. Moreland said the man has, since the abuse, suffered from nightmares, flashbacks and physical ailments including bleeding. She said, he had a violent temper. He would wet himself at school and would avoid other children, staying inside at playtimes. Later, he struggled with intimacy and authority, and would react badly and lose jobs. What crimes have been reported in your neighborhood? Check within your area. The court heard the victim reported Morton to police in 2016. He was arrested and interviewed in 2016 and 2018 but denied the allegations. Morton had been jailed in 1999 for 6.5 years after being convicted of 4 offenses of indecent assault against a young girl. Ms. Moreland told the court he also has previous convictions for assault occasioning actual bodily harm, 2 of which happened when he was a teenager, burglary, dishonest and driving offenses. Joanne Shepherd, mitigating, said Morton still denies the offenses despite being convicted by a jury in February this year. She said he suffered in his own childhood with neglect and had attended a special school during his adolescence. Deputy Circuit Judge Clazen jailed Morton for 7.5 years, in total 35 years after he committed the offenses. He told him, the consequences of what you did to him, the victim, was immense. He has experienced frequent psychological trauma, he has suffered some fits of anger, and he has nightmares and flashbacks as well as physical problems. It really is no exaggeration to describe the harm you caused as profound and lifelong. He was clearly frightened of you and speaks of you having a violent temper. It is clear the level of harm he suffered is very severe. Morton will have to serve 5 years in custody before being able to apply to go before the parole board, who will assess if he is safe for release. If he is released before the 7.5 years is at an end, he will serve the rest of the sentence on license. He has also been made the subject of an indefinite sexual harm prevention order, and will have to continue to notify police of his whereabouts for the rest of his life. Read more. Bungling shoplifter caught when cop spotted price tag sticking out of stolen coat. Read more. Royal family are forbidden from eating certain foods in public, including pasta.